Hi. Oh dear. So it's been a day, and I spent the whole day filming for you guys so you could see everything. Except that, yeah, I'm still learning this shit, and it was terrible. So the first one I took a picture of was the cleaning up of the back here. So what I did was I moved up the counter, and when I moved up the counter, everything is just shoved over to the side. So I cleaned up all that area, and I screwed down some containers so that I would have some solid, so it doesn't move around the vehicle. So that was fine. Um, the camera was pointed at a really good direction, except for I didn't think that I was going to be in the film, and I was. I mean, this is a I only wear pants when I have to. It is a nice temperature in here. There's nobody in here to tell me yes or no. And yeah, it was not a good view. So yeah, shouldn't have done it in my pajamas. Okay, that was number one. So I did really good. I got everything all cleaned up. I put some stuff under my bed, and I swept up under everything, and so it's really looking actually pretty good. I've got a lot more space. I can actually dance back there, hunched over, but I can dance. I'm gonna have a nice big area for my the tub that I'm gonna use for my shower. I'm still not giving up on that. But I am a good procrastinator, and today I bought some goop, which is the brand name for the glue that I really like to use. We used to say that my old house was kept together with goop and duct tape, and it really was, which is fine. I mean, this mirror for the driver's side is held on with goop and duct tape, and it's lasted 4 5 months so far, and it doesn't look like it's going to fall off anytime soon. It's fine. It doesn't have to be on there with anything special. Excuse me, I have to drink more water. I am so dry. Okay, obviously my vehicle's running. I just got to my parking spot. That's the end of the story. Okay, so when I was done that, I called Canadian Tire and asked them to have a look at my brakes, and they said, yeah, sure, we can get you in right away. So I went down there. I have a brake light on and an ABS light on, and I still have them on. Because then when they were looking at it, they were saying that because of the ABS problems, it's probably the pump that's a problem. My brakes are fine. They're not slow. They're not grinding. They're not mushy. They don't go to the floor. There's absolutely nothing wrong with my brakes. So they said it looked pretty good, and it just seemed to be the electrical, which makes sense because the electrical in this vehicle is dated, to say the least. Okay. Then when I was down there, I was pretty proud of myself. Not too bad. $80, I think. And I also I bought some more fuses because the fuse for my cigarette lighter heater, it's not a heater, but it's where the cigarette lighter has always been, but it's the, or plug-in for electricity, so it's an outlet. It blew yesterday, so I knew I was gonna have to get a fuse for that. So I just had to go find the fuse. And actually, they replaced it because that's how they get into their code reader, goes through that fuse. So they had to replace it anyway. So I didn't have to replace it, but I know where it is now because I made them show me again. So the second time I've asked them to show me, and this time I took pictures, and I'm gonna write it down in my little almost empty book. It's important. I have to be able to do that because in the winter I need more battery power than just the batteries that I have. I need the Blue Eddy to work. The batteries work great. all through the night for my heater, but they would not be able to do my heater and my CPAP machine, and the Bluetti does my CPAP machine, and I wouldn't even know how to do the heater through the Bluetti. I don't know if it can be possible. I'm not doing it. I got a good setup. That's fine. It's just fine. And I can power both of my phones, the phone that I have and the old one that I traded out of, because that has because I like to watch YouTubes on this phone that I'm using for this, and then do puzzles on the other one. It's very important to have, it's important to have lots of things to do when you're procrastinating and avoiding work. It's important. Okay. So then I went and I got my oil change. And I did not take you to the oil change, so that's not really lost footage. But I had a coolant leak, and because the coolant leak, originally a different place told me that I would have to get a new engine. So I put, I don't know, coolant leak stop in it. I don't know what it's called. I just put it in there twice, and I haven't had to do anything with the coolant for 2 months. So I'm happy. It's gonna be, it's like I say, duct tape and goop. It doesn't matter. It's all fine. It's all fine. So that was working good. So I asked them to check the oil, because the oil, if there's a coolant problem, the oil sometimes gets water in it. And they said there was no water in the oil. So, and the coolant was up at the top, because I checked that out at the Canadian Tire. I also got my tires. Whatever they do to tires, they did it for free. I just asked them if they know of anywhere that I can go pump my tires, and they said, "Oh, drive in, we'll do it for you." They did it for free, so that made me happy. Very, very nice. So yeah, I got a lot done in my van today. I'm really pleased with myself, all adult and everything. Yep. Yeah, nothing's changed. Everything looks the same. Oh, I got gas. Because of course the light was on. And that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. So then, I popped over to Sobeys. Sobeys is pretty good. They have a lot of pre-made meals, and I go in and I just look for the dollars off, see what I can find. I got some really, really stale cupcakes. They were horrible. Yeah, I didn't even eat them all. I just chucked them. And then I also got these, because they had half price stickers on them, so I'm like, why not? And these other Aramini balls, they're new to me. They had mozzarella inside, but they were cold. And apparently it's rice, and then they make the rice into a ball, and they put the mozzarella inside, and then they put egg and breadcrumbs on it. So, batter it. They might be okay if they were hot, but definitely not cold. I didn't eat those. But I did get some nice melon that was half price. So that was good. Got some good deals today. Okay, so some of them weren't good deals once I got them home and tried to eat them. They were yucky. But I also got some spaghetti and some spaghetti sauce, so I'm going to do that up probably on the weekend. And then I did my usual, ate carrots and hummus. But I also bought some rice cakes. Corn cakes. They're corn cakes. Their rice cakes are bigger. These corn cakes are thinner. And they're really good. And I've been dipping those in the hummus as well. So that was really nice. And I bought some raspberries, which was good. So, nice. And then I got back to my van and I had a little sleep. I slept for about an hour. And then this is the part that I did, video and tell you about. Um, a video talking about what went on with the van at Canadian Tire and then at the oil place. But I videotaped it sideways, but then it's only going up and down. And that's very weird. And I just thought, forget it. I don't have the capability of changing that around yet. I'm working on it. So what I did was, right behind my seat, directly behind my seat, is a homemade box that I made. And I just made it out of cardboard because there's no reason to have it in anything else. And that cardboard box is my bathroom. Okay, so that's attached to this chair. It's like right back here. But because of the way it's attached, there's a section over here that's like a big section. And so what I did was I just threw all my tools in there. So today at the Dollarama, I bought a tool bag. Okay, it's a cheapy tool bag. Like Dollarama is not where you're going for your special stuff. But I mean, the amount of times I use it is very rare. And so I thought it would definitely, I'm not going to be dragging it out to the work shed and using it on things. I will be occasionally opening it to take out a screwdriver or whatnot. That's it. That's the extent of things. So I did a really nice little video of taking everything out of this corner. There's 2 baskets and 2 containers, and put it all in this work bag, and it's zipped up. And then there's also like a basket of not tools, so it's like the consumables. So it's chain and the big screws that don't fit my screw container. I have a screw container that has several different kinds of screws in it because I use metal screws and wood screws and bolts and nuts and little eyes. There are teeny tiny little eyes you screw in to run string through. So I mean, I have a lot of the eensy beensy stuff. So I have that down there, and that fit in with my tools. Because if I'm doing something, it's likely going to be that. But I ended up with a whole basket full of consumables. There's tape, and there's okay, my hammer. The hammer did not fit in the thing, and it's not really a hammer; it's a mallet. But it works as a hammer. At least it worked fair enough. It worked enough as a hammer that when I put together a shelf thing back there, and you put the back on it and you hammer it in with the nails, and that was fine. I don't use a lot of nails. Like I don't need a hammer because I don't use nails because I live in an earthquake. And there's no way the nails are gonna, like screws hardly ever. I go around and check screws like once a month to make sure that they're not coming out, so that, if they are, then I got to take it all apart, move it over, and put them back in again because it happens. It's gonna fall apart. It's homemade, and I have no skill. I'm doing this seat of my pants. I'm loving it. It's fine. So that's good. Okay, so I made this video and it looked really, and I thought, oh, it's so nice, and I'm saying all nice things about it, and like doing all the right things. And then I look back on it and I have a coat that sits right here. It's a black coat, and it was right up against the lens the whole time. I did not even notice that it was right up against the lens, and so you guys would have seen nothing. You could have heard me say it, but you would have seen nothing. It was ridiculous. And that's when I decided, that's it. I am done for the day. I am not, I did a lot of stuff. I worked on my van. I feel very adult. I ate healthy. I did what I was supposed to do today, and I guess I'm just going to tell you about it. I'm not going to be able to show you. That's okay. You'll believe me. Couldn't believe it. It just made me giggle. Here I am, 9:30 at night. Oops, hold on. 9:30 at night, and I had nothing to show for my day. Well, I do, because my van, well, no, I don't have anything to show for my day, because my van didn't need anything done that you can see. Oh dear. Oh dear. It doesn't matter. Oh, when I talked about tires. So, back to the story that I was gonna. So, my big dilemma is change my tires. I don't have enough money for four, but I do have enough money for two, and it is a two-wheel drive. It's not a four-wheel drive, it's a two-wheel drive. So I really don't need four tires at the moment. I can get two, and things can go just fine. They can just go on just fine. So when I asked about them, he said they were like $200 a tire for the all seasons, and then like $340 for the winter, because the all seasons were on sale, which is fine. So then I had to find out. Then I text my friend and said, "Hey, what do you think?" And I got his advice because that's important to me. And I think that I have. I think I'm. So I was driving along and telling you guys this, and I get out to the park where I'm gonna be. Like, I was gonna sit for an hour and a bit, because where I stay, they're closed. But I like to go to my parking spot later in the evening, my overnight parking spot. So I thought, you guys should see this. This is amazing. Like, you can see over the water. Like, you could see, like, it. Yeah, okay, it's dark, but it's light out. Like it's so nice and light out. You could see right across the water, which is just snow. It's frozen over. But it was really nice, and I thought, hey, that's a nice shot. No. I don't know if I can save it or not. I might be able to save some of it. If I can, I'll add it to the end. But then I thought, I moved my van around to get this picture, and I thought, oh, I'm just gonna, get off to the side where I feel more comfortable, because if somebody came right in, I would be right there, and probably wouldn't get hit, but then, scare the person, and what's the point? Yeah, I got stuck. I was not moving. But it's water, so I put my van in reverse, and I could reverse down towards the water, but not towards the exit. So I'm like, I can go down a little bit, but it kind of scared me. Because, I mean, there's a tree there, but, who knows? Anyway, so I reversed, and I went back, but when I went back, I went around so that it wasn't like straight back into the water. It was around beside the water, and that gave me enough, got me off of the ice or whatever. But it made me well aware that what I need was a couple of tires for the winter. We haven't hit the iciest part. This is only, this is the 1st of February, and it's just gonna get icier over the next month. And then the March is icy winter, snowy, crappy. You really think it's over, but it's not. It's that last hurrah. So I've got 2 months left of it, and I thought, because I was debating, do I do it? Do I not do it? I got 2 months left. I don't want to spend the money. And then I'm like, no, I'm going to make the appointment tomorrow. I'm going to call them up, and I'm going to say, look, this is what I need. I need those two. I'm going to do the all weather, because, well, I don't think I can afford the other ones. But other than that, there will be fine. So, I made sure that my friend thought that they were fine. He's always been very honest with me, and I think that if he had said, no, you need some winters, then I would get the winters. Or I would, but not until I get the money. But, I would do it. But the thing about it is I'm in town. I don't plow anything. I am on plowed roads all the time. The only reason I got stuck is because I was on ice and there was snow on the ice. And that rarely happens. but it will happen over the next couple months a little bit more often. So, what do you do? What do you do? You get some all seasons, and that's it. That's what I'm gonna do. So, hey, that's our talk. That was my day. It was a good day. I really adulted today. Yeah, ate some good stuff. Fixed my car. It's all good. Adulting. Very, very handy. So, yeah. And plus, I wanted to say hi. And guess what I did today? I wrecked every single one of my videos. Yeah, it was good. I'm going to work on that. I am going to work on that. I wrote that down in my journal. I'm going to work on that. Yeah, right. Sure I am. Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for listening. Have a good night. Okay, this is the nice thing about living in the city. Can you see that? You can see everything. You can see everything because the lights, it's so bright out. It is so bright out. That's the lake. Okay, you can't see that it's the lake. But you can't see the lake, that it's a lake anyway. It's all snowed over. It's not a lake. It's part of the river. Can't be the river because it snow's over. I think it's the river.